right, all right, all right, all right.
All right.
There we go. Dealing with the technical stuff, man. I have my kids up in here messing with stuff, man. Sevy, leave daddy's equipment alone, Sevy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are live here in the Mixtape Show. Appreciate you guys being a little patient with us, but we are live here. And checking in, man. We're going to kick the show off with a legend in the building, man. This guy right here is the reason that a lot of DJs are DJs now. A lot of techniques that he created before there was YouTube and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? He did it the old-fashioned way. He sat in the studio locked in and did a lot of great things for the culture, man. He's representing Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're going to get into his life a little bit, get into his story, man. It's definitely dope to have a legend here in the show. He goes by the name of Grand Wizard Rasheen, and he is here on the Mixtape Show. And welcome, brother, to the show, man.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure to be here. How everybody doing? Like I said, I'm Grand Wizard Rasheen. My real name is David Roberts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? People don't know me as, David Roberts. I did a lot of stuff. I'm going to tell you how I got started.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to tell you how I became Grand Wizard Rasheen. All right, well, I'm going to tell you what they know me as. They know me as teaching DJ Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, inventing battle-style turntables, inventing a lot of the cuts that they use today. And I invented the Twins of Spin, which is what the executioners use. That's what the executioners do. It's called the Twins of Spin.
Yeah.
I invented that. I invented that teaching Cash.
Okay.
How to cut. I did a lot of stuff like that, but I'm gonna tell you how I did it, and why like everybody in Southwest Philly, and around the world wanted to be like me. Yeah, so it basically started in Philly around about 1965. I was like 5 years old. All right, now it was a lot of gang war going on. So my mom moved out of North Philly to Southwest Philly, okay? Thinking she gonna get away from the gang. All right, so I'm 5 years old in Southwest Philly. So my mom and my dad, they buy me this bongo set, these big red congos. Now, first of all, I gotta tell you about my mom and my family.
Yeah.
My mom sang like Aretha Franklin. She sounds exactly like her. Her little brother, which I'm named after, David, he sound exactly like Nat King Cole. Exactly to the T. So as I'm growing up, I'm listening to these two battle each other every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm growing up musically. So I guess they see me beating on tables and stuff, say, I'm gonna get that guy some bongos, something to beat on. So they got me the little bongos, congos. So, I became good. Oh, I'm bad, little 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So now I grow up a little bit and they give me some drums. All right. So I'm getting my rhythm together now. You know what I mean? Get my timing and all that. So, I had the drums for a little bit, but it ain't last too long because they were too loud in the house. I had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
So now I don't got nothing to beat on. So now I'm beating on cars. I'm beating on tables. I'm beating everything. So me and my friend across the street named Ray, we call him Grand Slam. Me and him start this Cosby Kid band, like, you know what I mean? Where we build equipment, you know what I mean? Little guitars, little drums and all that. So we do all that. We make our little band called Super Bad. All right, so now we Super Bad Band Disco. All right, now we grow up a little bit more. Now, the older people, like my brother, they was doing this dance called soul stepping. All right? In Philly, it was called soul stepping. It was a little before breakdancing.
Yeah.
All right, because it was around about 1974 or 73, something like that. All right? And so I wanted to do the steps like, the older people. So, me and my young boys, my band got together. We made our own little group. So we became Super Bad Disco. So now also, while you stepping, you got to look real clean.
Yeah.
Everybody wore tailor-made suits. You know what I mean? I mean, to the teeth, crisp. All right, so I didn't have a tailor, but I had my mom. My mom was a tailor.
Yeah.
She used to make clothes. So I told her, I was like, yo, Mom, can you make me a set, so I could go out and dance with the kids and all that? So she made me one set, and, it was cool. So I asked her again, and she was like, I'm busy, boy, get away. So I waited till she went to work. I went inside of her material room, and I took her some material out, and I got a pair of my pants, and I took them apart, and I laid them out, because I remembered how she was doing stuff. So I laid it out like she did it, and I cut along the edges, and I cut it like a pattern, you know what I mean? Then I sewed it together. And I had a pair of pants. And once I made those pair of pants, I was like, oh, man, this is easy.
Yeah.
Right? So I started making shirts, hats, all types of stuff, right? And I became the tailor of the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I was making everybody clothes. So meanwhile, while I'm making clothes and we dancing now, also, we the baddest dancers in our neighborhood, right? Nobody could beat us. Because what it was, we speeded everything up. In our neighborhood, the old heads were so stuff, but they were slow, smooth. We speeded that stuff up to like 1,000 degrees. You know what I mean? we was zooming. So now since we stepping and we the baddest steppers, a lot of the young boys around want to be with us.
Yeah.
Now one of the young boys that wanted to be with us was named Will Smith. All right. So the reason why he wanted to be with us because he had a sister that was already with us. She was already in a rap group. You know what I mean? Because we was putting all the little young boys in little rap groups. And his sister was in one of the rap groups. And he came and was like, yo, can I be in one of your groups? So we put him in a little group. I think it was the Hypnotic 3, him, my boy Jamie, and the Dining Groove. All right. And so they started their little group. Now we still got Super Bad Disco. Now in the meantime, it's another group in the city that's bad too. Franchise. They live not too far away.
Yeah.
Now still, in the city is a whole bunch of gangs. The whole neighborhood is full of gangs. All right. Matter of fact, my street, everybody's street is gangs. So everywhere you go, you got to be real careful. So my boy, the guy that I know named Ron, he came by my street because I guess he seen me practicing, and he was like, "Yo, we want to battle you."
Yeah.
And back then we was like, I couldn't wait to battle somebody. I didn't dancing, so we battled each other. And what happened is that he kind of beat my group, but it didn't beat me. So since they didn't beat me, they was like, you need to join us. Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't want to leave my group. So what I did, I kept both groups. I kept Franchise and Super Bad Disco. Right? So I just joined them together. So then we was really the best in the city. Nobody could touch us. Now, we added another person to our group. Now, at the time, he was real small. Jerome, right? Y'all call him DJ Cash Money. Right? Jerome was dancing. That's how he got in our group, as a little dancer, as a little boy. We put him there as a little secret weapon because the girls thought he was cute when he came out and did the little step we taught him. Yeah. All right, so now we got Cash. Now Will and them, they doing their little thing. All right, now what happens is that I gotta go to. Wait a minute. I think I gotta go to college because what happened? It was a lot of gang war. Like I said, it was a lot of gang stuff. My mom really didn't want me. And this is the Will Smith story right here. Listen, my mom didn't want me getting into trouble because of all the stuff that we was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. People getting jealous and they shooting at us and trying to stab us and that. You know what I mean? So she sent me down to Oklahoma. My brother, he had money. He was a preacher and a teacher, the professor at the college in Oklahoma City. Okay. Right? And his wife was a teacher at this all-white high school. So I guess around about 11th grade, I went to Oklahoma to live with my brother. So I'm in Oklahoma now. My group is still, doing their thing, and I'm in Oklahoma in college, right? So now I'm in college, and while I'm in college, I meet the guy Rerun. Remember Rerun?
From What's Happening, yeah.
Dude, what was his name of that group? The Lockers.
Yeah, the Pop Lockers.
The Lockers.
Yeah.
I meet him from the Gap Band. The Gap Band brother was the music director at Langston University when I went to Langston University. And he hooked me up to do a show with him. And, I began to, do shows up there with him. So I'm still dancing. Like I said, I was a real good dancer. And after I came back from college, they wanted me to, to do my tailoring and what's the name, go back to college. So I couldn't do that because I was homesick. You know what I'm saying? So once I came home, my friend named Stone Mike had he was building a radio station. And he was like, Rasheen, man, you got all those records and beats. You need to, get together with me and make this radio station. So what happened is that I got together with him, took all my records and stuff over his house. Now, we start this radio station in Philadelphia called WSMP. Now, it was nobody playing hip-hop at the time in Philly. It was different tapes out. All the Cold Crush tapes and all that stuff was out. Now, I got to get to how I began. I skipped one part of how I started DJing before I left,
Yeah, go for it.
What happened is that while I'm dancing in my what's the name group, we start getting these tapes from New York. We had a boy that was in our group that was dancing with us, and he said, yo, listen to these tapes. It was Flash, it was the Cold Crush, it was Grand with the Theodore, it was the Funky Four, it was in Africa Bambaataa, it was stuff, it was Treacherous 3, all right? It was those tapes. We studied those tapes till the tapes popped. We had it down in our head, right? We had it down so bad that we sound exactly like them. We was the Cold Crush, the Treacherous 3, and all that. My group was that, all in one. Plus we was dancing, all right? Now, I heard Grand Wizard Theodore cut. And I heard Flash, I heard everybody else, I heard everybody cut. But what happened is that I never seen them cut. And I couldn't imagine how it was going on. So while I'm listening to Grand with the Theodore tape, the guy he's needle dropping, you know what I mean? And I'm like, needle dropping? And I ain't know, but I can hear it, so I can imagine it in my head. So for me imagining it in my head, I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to be a DJ now. You know what I mean? I didn't ever want to be a DJ listening to nobody else. I heard Flash. I heard all the tapes of Flash, but it didn't inspire me to be a DJ.
Yeah.
I heard Theodore and wanted to be a DJ at that moment. So what I did, I said, they got to give me some turntables and a mixer.
Yeah.
I knew that much.
What was your first set? What was your first set that you got?
Huh?
I said, what was your first set, your first DJ set? What did that look like?
My first DJ set was Black BSR turntable. It was Black BSRs. They was I got them from this place called Crest, like a little shopping little center, and they had the turntables, a little mixer, you know what I mean? And it was Black BSRs. I can remember that. And they had the little spindle on there, and it ejected, and you know what I mean? They had no pitch control in that, you know what I mean? You put the old time 70s turntable, right? So now, what happened is that after I got my turntables, I had the box and everything. I'm taking them up to my room. Now, on my table in my room, I got a real small table in my room. It was real thin. And, I guess what it was, first of all, I didn't even know how to set the turntables because I never really seen nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a dancer. I wasn't worrying about the DJ.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to play that record so I can get out there and hit my move. I ain't even worrying about looking at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never seen that. So my dresser was so small, and I looked at the turntables and my mixer and the space I had, and I said, well, it ain't going to fit this way, so I'm going to turn them with the arm turned to the, up.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is that I end up turning them what y'all would call battle style.
Battle style, yeah.
All right, I end up turning them that way so they could fit on my dresser, right? So that's really how battle style was invented, because the turntables wouldn't fit no other way. Now, but once it was invented, now y'all remember, I'm a drummer, I dance, I probably could sing. Ain't tried yet, but so I got all this instrumentation stuff in me. So I'm like, well, what I want to do, I want to be like Cold Crush, Grand Wizard Theodore. I want to dance, and I want to do all at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's what I practice.
Yeah.
When I got my tables, first I learned, I taught myself how to blend two records together. You know what I mean? That was the first thing I did. I ain't do no scratching first. I had to get the timing together.
Yeah.
And once I could blend the two records, then I added a little cut. Then, like, my first cut that I invented was called the vibrator scratch, where I hold the record real, and I hold it, and I make it go real fast. I make it go like, because flashing them was cutting like zigga, 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 zigga. You know what I mean? And since, like I said, I'm a franchise dancer, we do everything fast.
Yeah.
So I speeded all the cuts up.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening today. That's why everything is fast today.
Yeah.
Because I speeded it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I speeded it way up.
Yeah.
So where the normal cut would go zigga, my cuts are going brrr.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was like the form of how I got it was called rhythm cuts. I guess I called it rhythm cuts at that time. And that was a vibrating with the rhythm cuts. And that's the basics of transforming, basically.
Yeah. So
when you holding the record, you could do it fast or slow. Everybody else do it slow.
Yeah.
You could do it fast or slow though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you see, you the reason I got battle style.
Look, once I created that, I added dance moves. I added my dance moves done. That's where all that under the leg and when y'all see Cash do all those tricks, that's where all that came in at, because I started mixing from my head to my toe. I can mix with every part of my body. And everybody started seeing me do that. We're like, oh, man, I want to do what you do, Rasheen. Right? So what happened is that Cash started growing up. We couldn't use him as a dancer no more. All right? So he like, Rasheen, man, I want to DJ like you, man. I want to, because he said everybody want to be like me. So I want to be like you now. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, after we finished dance rehearsal, because he still had a little dance group, He was making his own little dance group then. So I said, after dance practice, you come over to my house, and we go in my room, and I'm going to teach you. So I taught him a few years, you know what I mean? Different stuff. I taught them from how to hold a record, I taught them about breakbeats, I taught them about New York, I taught them about the Flash, I taught them about Theodore, I taught them about all that, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, so they have the knowledge. And then, I taught them how to count beats, I taught them everything.
Yeah.
So once he got it, now what happened is that Cash lived in Upper Darby, because what happened is that, like I said, it was full of gangs. So his mom moved out of Southwest further down to a little higher class neighborhood where there's not that many gangs. But that's only really across the creek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he moved up there. So now Cash, is coming over the house, and I'm teaching him everything. Now he's so happy that he was like, yo, Jazzy Jeff I want to go and show Jazzy Jeff, because what it is, Jeff had a crew called the Network Crew at the time. You know what I mean? And they was doing a little something. Now you gotta remember, I got the radio station on. So I'm on a radio station, I'm DJing, I'm dancing, I'm doing a whole lot of stuff in Southwest Philly at one time. So the Cash said, all right, well, I'm gonna go over to Jeff's house. And he rode his bike all the way to Jeff's house. Whatever cut I would show him, if I show him like the vibrators cut, he would go over to Jeff's house that night and go, yo, this is what Rasheen showed me. So him and Jeff would practice. So now at first, I was like, I didn't really like that. I was like, don't be going showing people stuff I showed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just a battle dude. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, I want to do it. So since he wanted to do it so bad, I said, all right, well, I'm going to show you some stuff so y'all can do together. So I showed him this thing called the Twins of Spin, where him and Jeff go from turn, you know what I mean? Like, he'll get on the turntable, and then Jeff get on and hit a cut, then, spin off and do tricks. That's called the Twins of Spin, or the carousel, whatever y'all want to call it. But they became the Twins of Spin. That's how they started doing shows together. So once they started doing shows together all over Philly and parties and all that, people start noticing them. I started getting record deals. I got this record deal with this guy named Mike Nice that owned this dance studio called Dancing on Air in Philadelphia. All right, and it was a dance show. So I got a record deal to make a record called No More Roxanne. Because Roxanne was out at the time. There was a lot of Roxanne records. And my man was like, yo, Rasheen, can you make a record saying No More Roxanne? So I made a record called No More Roxanne, Please. And the name that I went under was the East Coast Crew. People don't even know it was me. But it's so funny. The records start off with Rasheen Say No. I'm saying my name in the beginning. Yeah. You can't even, the first word is Rasheen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying no more Roxanne.
Yeah.
So, that record, did good and it went all over. And so what happened is that I kind of learned the business real fast. And I waited for my record deal to ease off, and I started my own record label called Franchise Records. Right? Now, in Franchise Records, I came out with 3 songs. One song was called Fan Jam. The other song called, it was a tribute to me. My boy Ron Graham was a Rasheen, called Cold Sweat. The other song was called Just Not Your Day. All right, now, they was playing Just Not Your Day on the radio. All right. Now, at this time, while they playing Just Not Your Day on the radio all over Philly, Will and Jeff got together. All right. Will started rapping with Jeff. And they got a record deal with, I think, Pop Art Records. And me and my boy Ron was at the park. We sitting at the park at the hill. We see Will come running up the street. Rasheen, yo, me and Jeff got this record deal, and we want to use that record, Just Not Your Day, on our album. So I said, go ahead. I ain't even think about it. You my boy, you my young boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So he ran back down the street, you know what I mean? And they came out with this record called Just One of Those Days. My record was called Just Not Your Day.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's all about bad luck.
Yeah.
Right? The whole story, I'm going to school, I'm going to work, and that's how the story went.
Yeah.
So his drawing was the same way.
Yeah.
So what happened is that since my record was already on the radio, everybody thought it was me because Will sounded like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said, yo, you got another record? I was like, no, that's Will. Will and Jeff. And they use putting in the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz for the sample. All right, so All right, so now they got their record out. And they, now Cash got a record deal. Cash gets a record deal with Marvelous on Sleeping Bag Records.
Sleeping Bag, yeah.
With Mantronics.
Uh-huh.
All right, now, so everybody got record deals and doing records and doing shows. All right, now, Cash and Jeff win the DMC competition with, the stuff I showed them. So now, all the people in the neighborhood around from where I live at, because all the DJs that won in Philly live in my neighborhood, like 2 blocks from me. Everybody that won lived at least 2 or 3 blocks from me. They listen to the radio station, practice, they come around my house. They, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Miz, Ghetto, anybody that you can see from Philly, like Active. So it was a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
All right. So now, I think they came see me and hold on. I don't want to be losing track because there be so much.
Yeah.
All right, now they win like I said, Cash and Jeff win the competition so bad that all the young boys started joining the competition, like Miz and all of them, and they start winning.
Yeah.
They won. I think the last one that won was Ghetto, and the DMC said that Philly can't even enter the contest no more. They banned Philly.
Yeah, I was flooding the market.
Said it was
flooding the block, right?
They said it was unfair to the world because we was too advanced with the style that I was using. So they just cut it. So I really haven't been in a DMC champ since then.
Yeah.
Nobody ever been in Philly, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's how Philly became the DJ what you call it, the DJ place of the world, whatever.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Huh.
So and that's on a DJ tip, like I said. So that's how I really became Grand Wizard Rasheen. Teaching, dancing, mixing. And then, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that I'm still doing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like after everybody did all that, Jeff did his thing, and he's still doing his thing with Will. You know what I mean? They were going to TV. Cash, he's still doing his thing. And everybody else, they still, doing good. I went on to making more records, and I got with Mikey D from Mikey Destruction. You know Mikey Destruction? Yeah, all right. I got with Mikey Destruction and DJ Mercury. And we became a group called The Elements of Hip Hop.
Okay.
And we came out with a few songs, you know what I mean? And that was like 2016, something like that.
Okay.
So we came out with a few songs, went touring and all that. Then I won a few awards, like from Al Pizarro on the Hip Hop Boulevard with Curtis Blow and all them. I won awards with in Connecticut. I won a lot of awards, out of my own state.
Yeah.
And I learned how to build stuff. I'm an inventor. I learned how to build and fix computers. I learned how to do graphic design. I learned how to do animation. I learned how to make people in the games. I learned, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I'm into futuristic stuff like that.
Yeah.
I build radio stations. I build TV stations. What else? I still do tailoring.
Okay.
Well, that's why I'm Grand Wizard, because I do all those things all at once. You know what I mean?
The literal jack of all trades.
Some people say that you what you call it, a master of
all trades,
whatever.
Yeah, jack of all trades, yeah.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm a master of all of them. See, that was the thing. I started off. You can be the master of all of them.
Yeah.
Because that's how I started. I wanted to do what Cold Crush, Theodore, and the other people in plus dance. I want to do all that, and I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Still doing it.
Because nobody told me I couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Still
now, if somebody was in my ear probably telling me, I probably wouldn't listen to them anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
If you got the passion for it. I just had a passion for music and stuff at the age of 5 like that.
Yeah.
So,
how do you feel? How do you feel? When you see your things that you've created technique wise, and you seeing these DJs using it, man, how does that make you feel knowing that that's your legacy, that's still getting carried on?
Oh well, I really love the level, that everything is going, and I really love for the young boys and the young girls or whoever DJing. Do what you do. Practice what you do all the time. Because that's what it takes. It takes practice.
Yeah.
I practice every day, every night. I went to bed practicing.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I was so good in everything I did because I practiced.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was dancing, in order to be in my dance group, you had to dance at least for 5 hours straight by yourself. We was like a cult. For real. My group, that's why we were so good. Nobody couldn't beat us.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to bed dancing and waking up.
Yeah.
And the same thing I did DJing.
Yeah.
Once I learned my stuff, I went to bed waking up wanted to, you know what I mean? I did. That's how I became who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like?
So that's basically, if you want to do that, that's what I was telling Cash and Jeff and them. They got to do that too, so they start doing that.
Mm-hmm. Do you like what the DJ culture has become at this point? I know everything's gonna get commercialized and stuff like that, but when you still see that the DMC thing is still going on and people take pride in that kind of stuff, does that make you happy as well?
Oh yeah. I still like seeing that going on, man. And I'm so glad that it advanced. I mean, it advanced to pushing buttons, but
yeah,
that's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was pushing buttons before y'all had buttons. So the only thing you did to a guy like me is made it easier.
Exactly.
Real easy.
Yeah. That's what I say. Cause a lot of that technology is you guys did that analog, so you already know the thinking behind pushing that button. So it's easy for you to manipulate that when you can push a button, because you're like, I already know where they're trying to go with this, so let me just do it this way. You know what I mean?
I look at the whole music thing because you remember I'm a drummer, so I always looked at the turntables as drums. That's how the beat juggling and all that. Because I looked at it as drums. Straight up.
Yeah.
That's why I always, when I tell my story, I got to tell it from the beginning so you can understand why I look at stuff a certain way. Because I grew up that way.
Yeah. A lot of DJs though, that's our one, right? When we hit our cue points, that's always our one, is that drum. You know, so you need that drum to get that feeling, get that rhythm. You know what I mean? And same thing. I came from a family of musicians too, and my uncle, who taught me about how to DJ, he was a drummer. You know what I'm saying? And he recognized early that I didn't have that talent or that patience to do that, because he did the drums. I had another uncle that played the piano and all that, and I didn't catch on to that. But when he put those turntables in front of me and he saw what I was doing, he's like, "Whoa, stay right there with that. Me and you gonna work on that." You know what I'm saying? So he taught me. I actually still have his set of turntables right here. I don't know if you can see them. These are his original turntables when he. So I still got these techniques that he had, and I take care of these with my life. You know what I'm saying? These are my babies because they was his babies. You know.
That's good.
Yeah, so I love it, man. I just love the DJing culture, because I learned too. He taught me that. He taught me how to listen to music, and I learned how to mix. You know, like you said, how to mix the records together and how to do that. And I did that for like a year. He didn't even let me mix anything with no words. He was like, we're just going to mix instrumentals so you can get that part down. Mm-hmm. And you just got to be patient. And that's the way I came up with the vinyl and all that stuff. So like you said, now that we have this technology, I already know where they're trying to go with some of these buttons that they put on here, because that's original technology that we did analog wise, you know?
Yeah. So,
like they literally have a backspin button now.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Y'all keep coming up with more buttons. I'll push them.
Absolutely. I know you said you got a lot going on, man. So what else is the legend himself got going on, man? What's some other things you're working with right now?
Ah, man. Well, believe it or not, I got my own station on right now.
Okay. All right. And plug that.
Philly.
What's the name of that station so we can?
Yeah, I got. You know, I'm always Mr. Bootleg. I mean, I'm probably FCC's most wanted. I was FCC's most wanted since I was like 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they were chasing me since, you know how many radio stations I had since I was 16?
Uh-huh.
I'm 61.
Yeah.
Look, here's the part. I'm 61, and all that stuff that I used to could do, I do 100 times better now.
Yeah.
All right. So people are like, you can't dance no more. You crazy.
Uh-huh.
I can hit every step I used to could hit. I could do and all the cuts that I used to could do, I could do them faster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all do cuts one way. I know how to do that same one cut y'all do that's all the time, 5 different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them, I only need a mixer to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you still teaching? You still teaching like the next generation?
Yeah, I'm definitely teaching. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be teaching online. I'm gonna be doing house to house.
Uh-huh.
However you want to do it, you come down here. All you got to do is get in touch with me at before I leave out, I'll leave the information and all that.
Okay, definitely. You can get it out on there too. That. Yeah, give it out on there too. We can do that, and then you can get that to me, and we'll plug it. So definitely.
Yeah, because I'm definitely teaching, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like I said, I want to be teaching in the colleges. See, overseas, I think they're teaching the kids early turntablism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Turntablism? That's something I invented. You know what I mean?
So they need to call you.
I'm the father of that.
Yeah, you need to get the call.
I just ought to be teaching it.
Absolutely.
So I'm with, you know what I'm saying? I really want to teach kids the turntables. Everything that I know, I want to teach, because, like I said, I come from a family of teachers and preachers. So I'm a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm willing to teach. They willing to learn.
Absolutely.
For a small fee, I'll set you free.
Hey, they're paying for that time and effort that you put in over the years, right? They got to pay for that knowledge. It's nothing's free around here. Definitely. Who you want to shout out, man, before we get out of here? Who you want to?
Oh, man. Definitely shout out is my girl, my homeboy, Richie Rich, franchise, Mikey D, you know what I mean? Internet Connection, Southwest Philly, definitely. You, my brother, everybody that's listening. I enjoyed this, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Y'all stay tuned, because if you want to get in touch with me, like I said, you can get me at DJ RASHEEN 0 at gmail.com. DJ Rasheen 0 at gmail.com. Right? DJ Rasheen 0 at gmail.com. You can get me there.
And how can we check out you on the radio?
My girl Izza.
Okay, Izza. There we go. And as far as the radio station, how can we listen to you on there? How do we tap into that?
Well, I'm eventually gonna put it online.
Okay.
Eventually, but when you're doing bootleg stuff, you can't be doing all that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
if you know, you know, right? If you know where Rasheen is at, you
know
know
what
where
I'm
he's
doing.
at.
Yeah, I know the pirate. You know me.
We need that though. We still need that in our culture. You know what I'm saying? We need to have that feel.
Free speech.
There we go.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I do it because I can. I just want to show people that they could do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our people are convinced that they only could do certain things. You know what I mean? I want to show you that you could do whatever you in your mind. You could, if you feel like you can fly, you really can.
Yeah.
You put it in your mind, you can.
There you go.
You put enough effort to it and learn how to, what makes that fly, you can. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just want to give people confidence that, you know, especially our people, that they could do more than what they're doing.
Absolutely. Well, Legend, I definitely appreciate you calling this. Shout out to my man Soul Rack too for getting this one connected. Man.
Oh man,
I
definitely
appreciate that.
Soul Rack, what's up, my brother?
Yeah,
definitely.
Salute to him, and the door is always open, man. Whenever you want to plug anything and come through, just let him know, let me know, and I'll get your information once we get off this interview. We could trade that.
Yeah.
And the door's always open, man. The door's always open to the legends like yourself, and I love hearing the stories, man. So we may have to have like story time with the Grand Wizard or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that sounds great.
There we go.
Yo, I really enjoyed this, brother, and definitely shout out to you and your people.
Thank you.
And, you know, peace and love and happiness, man.
Definitely. Hold on just a second, man. Let's
Oh, wait a minute. I thought y'all wanted me to hit some zigga.
You want to? Yeah, go and plug something in real quick. Do something for us. You got something
real quick?
Yeah, go and do something. Let's let the brother do something. This is a mixtape show exclusive. The first time ever we've had a legendary DJ do some cuts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna leave the door open for the Grand Wizard. Rasheen is gonna do a little something for us, and
hold up.
You got this one, brother. Just gonna do what you do, and I'm gonna sit back and enjoy while he getting everything set up, man. So we definitely appreciate him coming through. Shout out to the homie Soul Rack, and we're gonna let the brother do his thing.
All right,
let's go.
Can you hear the cut?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
This is an exclusive. The Grand Wizard, Rasheen doing this thing here on the mixtape show. This is legendary. This is legendary. This is legendary. The legend.
The sun used to shine. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it.
Killing it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
go. This is a mixtape show exclusive. Nice, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for that, my brother. Thank you, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the culture of DJing, man. That's the culture of hip hop right there. He is the Grand Wizard, Rasheen, man, and he took us to a clinic on that one. I was definitely taking my notes over here in the corner. You know what I mean?
Oh man!
At 61, brother, you still killing it.
It's good to be like 61 and still be able to do that.
Yeah, it's dope to see, man. I love just watching DJs get to work, man. I'm at no point close to that, you know what I'm saying? But it's always fun to see the people enjoy that, because that's a nostalgic feel when you see that, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I go to any club and the DJs got those turntables out and they doing that stuff, man, you get to see the people gather around, you know what I'm saying? It's like hypnotizing to watch a DJ get to work like that, man. So thank you for that, man. That was fun.
Thank you.
Once again, he goes by the name of the Grand Wizard, Rasheen, mixtape show legend, you know what I'm saying? DJ legend, Philly legend, put a lot of the legends that we consider legends on. So thank you for your contribution, and keep doing what you're doing. And you got a family here. Anytime you got anything you want to talk about, brother, come back on. Let's do this again, all right?
Oh, definitely shout out going to the one that inspired me, Graham, was it Theodore. You know what I mean? That made me want to DJ. So shout out going out to him and the Cold Crush.
There we go.
Tony Crush.
There we go. It's definitely dope to pass that, carry on tradition, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can carry on just as much tradition as you did, man. Thank you. You inspired. You seeing what you do inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing, man. So thank you for that.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All right, hold on just a second. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Like I said, man, love, peace, and happiness, y'all.
There we go.
Love y'all.
All right, hold on just a second, brother. I'm going to talk to you off air, and let's play a quick joint. Let's keep the show going. He is the legend. Let's get into the Chez Noir. This is called Split the Bread. We'll be right back.